we can't say enough about the importance of innovation. We at one time in American Trim, continuous improvement was what we lived for, and today is continuous innovation. If we don't continuously innovate and reinvent and create new product, we don't sustain our business, we don't grow. So we're very keen and vested in this process of innovation, research and development. We can see from the posters that are over here against the wall what transpired over that 20 months. So please look at those when you have a chance. And I want to make the point that the Finished Development Center allows us to scale production in our facilities for high-tech manufacturing. We're going to say more through Steve Hakovich, our Director of Research and Development, about the energy savings. But this facility creates great opportunity for us to enter new markets. One in particular is automotive interior trim. We have a number of customers, both domestically and offshore, that we're speaking to about engaging them in business opportunities. We're also talking to a number of companies about participating in joint projects for development of technology. And with that, I'd like to ask Steve Hakovich to come up and address the energy potential of this new facility.
Good morning. My name is Steve Hakovich. I'm the Director of Research and Development here for American Trim. And I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about this project and how this project actually incubated and came forward. About 2 years ago, some representatives from MTech, an Edison Center that's sponsored by the state of Ohio to help assist manufacturers, Gary Walzer came forward to me and said, hey, there's this new opportunity for energy efficiency where the state, through some American Recovery and Reinvestment monies, is asking manufacturers to develop and then actually fabricate new manufacturing systems and processes that are much more energy efficient. And at first I thought, well, how is this really relevant to us at American Trim? And then Gary and other representatives, Mike Martin from MTech, we had a little bit more discussion and dialogue with it, and they encouraged myself and other members for the American Trim team to go ahead and take a chance and put an application forward to show how we could take these dollars that the state was going to give us, invest additional monies, and we could generate a new manufacturing facility that could compete in this global marketplace. And we've accomplished that. This new facility that we've actually fabricated, and I'll ask Frank to explain some of the details about the products we'll manufacture, is actually 95% more energy efficient. Energy is a key driver in the cost of fabricating goods in the future. No matter where you make it in the world, it takes energy. So being able to use energy more efficiently, more useful through innovation and design allows us to compete in this global marketplace. One of the hurdles for these projects is actually how do you get the return on investment sufficient to allow manufacturers to take on the approach of building these new centers. And this opportunity through this grant allowed us to actually work that process. So today, we're standing in front of a new center that not only is going to represent today's technology, being extremely energy efficient, but it'll become the platform for other technologies that American Trim is investing in, with some of our partners from Rhodes State College and some of our other facilities. So this not only is the platform for today and tomorrow, but also for in the future. So with that, I'd like to introduce Frank. Frank will talk about some of the actual products that were made in the center.
Thanks, Steve. My name is Frank Candry. I'm the Director of Coating Technology for American Trim. And I've been tasked, along with some of the people on the back wall here, with making this center work the way Bob and Steve just expected it. One of the key components of the center has been for us to take a burgeoning technology that we develop in the lab and translate it to manufacturing. The grant allowed us to create a platform where we can do that. The one that we have focused on for the grant has been the utilization of ultraviolet light curing technology. Typical technology, conventional technology, uses heat. And heat requires a lot of electricity and gas in order to make our products properly cured. We developed a method to utilize ultraviolet light curing, which reduced the amount of energy consumed by 95%. Along the way, we learned a couple of interesting things. In order to implement the processes that we have, we brought some interns along, people studying mechanical engineering and chemical engineering. And one of the things that we found as they became engaged in our process is that our innovation spurred their interest. They became energized and realized that a place like American Trim is a great place to work. It's a great opportunity. And they became involved in that and were integral in us reaching the place that we have today. Other technologies that are spawning now from the work that we've done with ultraviolet light technology are related to automotive trim, as Bob spoke about, and also in the architectural industry. And our main focus today is to work in those areas and develop those processes and have the center ready for production from a decorating standpoint by March 31st. So without further ado, I'll introduce Judy Collins.
You know you're the oldest one up here when you're the one that makes sure you have your Bible. I am standing in today for Mayor Berger. Thank you, Frank, by the way. He very much wanted to be here today. This whole technology vision was his from day one. Unfortunately for us, unfortunately for the community, he is called away to Washington, D.C. to receive a very nice award at the United States Conference of Mayors for the city of Lima. So I was drafted to stand in, and here I am. And why me? Good question. I am the president of the Ohio Energy and Advanced Manufacturing Center. Some of you may have not heard of that. We call ourselves the OEAMC, and the OEAMC was a vision of the mayors that is really an entity that started back in 2006, and we've been growing since that time into an organization that's doing some pretty exciting things. It's no secret that American Trim is working on the development of next generation technologies, which we'll be looking at pretty soon. I was told a year ago, from Steve, that American Trim has always been a manufacturing company that dabbled in some technologies on the side, and then within the last couple of years, their board and leadership has said, we're going to be a technology company that manufactures some product. That's exactly what every city wants. Every community wants a company dedicated to creating new technologies so they can stay globally competitive. And American Trim is doing it. The state of Ohio has been their partner every step of the way. American Trim has received multiple grants through the Third Frontier program, totaling over $10 million. They've matched those dollars with dollars of their own and used those combined funds to develop agile manufacturing in the areas of electromagnetic forming, physical vapor deposition, digital printing, advanced surface modification, and other areas. American Trim recognizes the collaborations and the value in partnerships, and they have collaborated with other entities on these projects. They've collaborated with education, with State College. They've collaborated with Ohio State. They've collaborated with Ohio Northern. They've collaborated with MTech, with the OEMC, and with other for-profit companies. If the mayor were here, I know he would tell you how much he values having American Trim within the city's borders. The mayor and Leo Hawk have been partners on many ventures within the community. Downtown ventures involving Lima Senior High, and many, too many to even talk about. On behalf of the mayor and the citizens of Lima Allen County, I want to thank everybody at American Trim for being a huge part of what makes our community.
It's a pleasure to be here today to help celebrate this completion of American Trim's Development Center. I bring greetings from our governor. He is very proud to be involved with this project, and I want to extend his thanks for all that you are doing to help our state's economy. Being here and seeing the tangible results of the state's partnership is just amazing. to see you maximize the resources that the state has invested reinforces the mission of what our department is intended to do, to really help our Ohio companies thrive. Our mission at the Department of Development is to support our state's businesses and the communities in which they work. And you've heard described one of those programs that we administer is the state's energy efficiency program for manufacturers. The program helps Ohio's manufacturing sector realize cost savings and improve their energy efficiency. The program also enables Ohio's manufacturers to improve the efficiencies of their operations, putting the companies in a better position to compete, both in the United States and globally. To date, our state has invested over $25 million into over 118 companies through the program. We estimate that we have helped achieve more than $13 million in savings per year, and that we have helped save 80,000 megawatts of electricity and 1.4 billion cubic foot of gas per year. It's my understanding, as we heard, that this new investment here will reduce energy consumption up to 95%, with an estimated cost savings of about $150,000 per year. The new process will also help reduce American Trim's carbon dioxide emissions, preventing 851 metric tons of carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere. This is just amazing, amazing results for this new process, for our atmosphere, for continuous improvement in manufacturing, and they are to be commended. It's a round of applause.
And thank you very much for being here. And we know that this is a big step for us. It has a lot of meaning for us as we grow our business and we seek out new markets. And we're proud to have you here for the unveiling. So thanks again.